So, The Curse of La Llorona. I watched this film recently, and I have to say, I enjoyed it. It was nothing special, but I had fun. So, you can imagine my doubts when I saw the Rotten Tomatoes scores. I mean, really? What's wrong with me? Am I an idiot for liking this film? Do I have no taste? Am I just easily entertained? So it got me thinking, why did I like this film when it appears so many didn't? Yes, the main character was emotionally engaging. It had, well, admittedly nothing really special, some fun scares. But if it's rated this low, am I wrong? So, in this video, I'm going to be discussing what exactly worked about the film for me. Oh, and disclaimer. First of all, as this film is set within the Conjuring universe, we cannot ignore the association with the Warrens. I won't be discussing them or their legitimacy in this video. Secondly, and this may come as a shock to many of you, but I'm not Mexican or from the cultures where the legends of La Llorona come from, so I cannot speak to how accurate it is. And thirdly, and most importantly, spoilers. So structurally, I think this film is pretty tightly structured. For example, it actually hits all the beats. Wait, you know what? This will be better with a visual aid. Wait, that's a bit small. 2 secs. So basically, this is how I would break down the structure of the piece. So, in Act 1, we have the setup, basically all the stuff in the beginning, with a prologue, and then establishing Anna and her kids, Patricia, etc. Then I would say the inciting instant would be when Patricia's kids are found dead. And then before we move into Act 2, we get to the first turning point where Anna learns about the folktales of La Llorona. She's getting more information. We start moving into the middle of the story. So then in Act 2, if I spread it down, turning point 1 would be like Act 1, Act 2, the halfway point between them. And then I'd say the midpoint of the film is when Anna visits Patricia in prison. We gain new information about her putting the curse on the family, and this strengthens Anna's resolve to protect her family, and it increases her desire and goal in the film and strengthens that narrative drive. And then obviously the second turning point when we move into Act 3 will be when Anna and her family seek the help of Tuco. Yes, I know that's not what he's called in the film, but I like calling him Tuco because I just like the idea that this is what the Salamancas were doing before they started making meth. So then in Act 3, obviously the action builds from that turning point to the climax until finally it climaxes in the scene in the attic where Anna stabs La Llorona through the heart with the crucifix. And then the denouement would be the bit at the end when they're saying goodbye to Tuco and they go back into the house and everything's fine. So honestly, I felt the film was pretty tightly written and none of the scenes felt like padding. So none of the scenes felt like padding. Yes, okay, I do understand some of the criticisms with the narrative being a little contrived, like the kids saying she when they're talking about La Llorona. That's just to, make it so Anna's suspicious of the mother. You could potentially have them say, oh, it's La Llorona, it's a curse, and then Anna just be like, oh, it's just a defense mechanism the kids have made up as a way to deal with their circumstances, I think that would still narratively make sense, and then slowly she starts to believe in it more and more as the film goes on. And I guess I would also argue there's a bit of a plot hole, because like I said, in the midpoint, Anna, when she goes to see Patricia says she cursed Anna and her family with La Llorona, but when did that actually happen? Because right after finding her children dead, that was when Chris first saw La Llorona. So was she putting the curse on them in this scene? I mean, there's no subtitle to say what she said, so any Spanish speakers in my audience, if you can let me know what she says here, maybe that would clear up that plot hole, but you know. Maybe this film isn't as tightly written as I thought. Am I wrong? Anyway, what else I liked about this film was, well, if you saw the last video in this series, you'll know how important being able to emotionally connect with the main character is for me. And I felt I could emotionally connect with Anna straight away, and this was really helped by the first long take with Anna getting her kids, Chris and Sam, ready for school in the morning. It felt hectic and stressful, and like she was slightly frazzled and trying her best to take care of her children, and this was highlighted by the fixing the shoe scene and missing the bus. It just really helped me connect with her and be invested in her story, because she seemed like a mother just trying to do her best in a difficult situation, considering she is a widow. I also feel that the scene with Patricia was really good as well. It was kind of her save the cat moment. Not that I really like that book, but anyway, because she's empathetic towards Patricia, she's understanding, but still, you know, doing her job to make sure the children are safe. She's just unaware she's in a horror film at that point. And speaking of horror films, I mean, there were some quite decent spooky scenes in this film. I mean, yes, admittedly, there were some scenes more funny than scary. I mean, the shot where La Llorona is holding Sam under the water in the bath is kind of funny. And also when Anna rescues her and the hand goes over the bath, I thought that was pretty funny as well. It just kind of had me thinking like this: I drown you later. Honestly, if I was editing that scene, I would just cut the hand going over the bath out. I think it would work. Actually, you know what? Here, this is how I would have done it.
What happened? What happened to you? You okay? What happened? Sam. Mom.
But, I mean, well, yes, there were some funny scenes, and I can understand why people might not like that, because the film scares aren't really anything special. It does rely on jump scares quite a bit. But I found some fun ones, like the bit where you can just see La Llorona off to the corner in the shot, or the bit with the umbrella. I thought that was pretty creepy and well done. Same with the bit where Anna's going through the house and she finds Chris opening the door. I thought the long take there was really well utilised. So yeah, I thought this film did have some good scares. So you know what? Forget the haters. Forget the doubts. I found this film fun. Yet, it was nothing special, it's not fantastic or great, but it's not bad either. I think if you enjoy horror films and you aren't expecting anything out of the box, it's a fun film to have. It's something you could watch on Halloween with a couple of drinks and some friends, and you would have a fun time. So those are my thoughts on the film The Curse of La Llorona. Let me know your thoughts down below, and subscribe if you fancy hearing more of my thoughts on film. It would really help out and help grow this channel. And the next video will be about a film that I really did not like. Hopefully I'll be getting that up in the next month or so. So stay tuned.